What's up, guys, and welcome to another Maker Monday. What's going on in you guys' world? Today we're going to be checking out our Reddit feed. I want to introduce this by saying that this is normally my kind of like, I guess you'd probably call it a vlog series, but it's very Maker rounded here. So we talk about Maker stuff. I also go through my Reddit. So those of you that don't know, I have a Reddit page for the channel, and if you go there, I would love to see your projects. Post pictures, post links, post information, or just even talk about your projects that you're working on, or things that you find interesting, ideas, anything at all. Throw it over there on the Reddit page, and I will review it every Monday and talk about the different projects and different things that are posted there. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. So we've got our first project that we have on here. Let's see, let me redo the video. What is this? Oh yeah, it was this cool little push button name generator. Yeah, fighter name generator that I thought was cool. Here, I'll maximize this to make it neat. Your UFC name is, and prints out this crazy looking little guy with Surjak Omtom. Whatever. But it got me thinking of doing stuff with that little print module. That's something that Adafruit has, and it's like a little print module, and you can use the that heat sensitive paper, you know, kind of like an old fax machine basically, or like a receipt printer, and do all kinds of different things with that and actually be able to print out a physical thing. So let me know your ideas down in the description of what we could make out of that, because I kind of want to make something out of it, but I don't really know what we should make out of it. But anyway, ought to be cool. On to our next one is our buddy Eric up there in the good old Great North. Has been doing some really awesome stuff for the coronavirus stuff. He was one of the first people actually I saw is 3D printing face shields. And of course the shield isn't, you know, 3D printed, but the little top knot that holds it is. And he was showing that, and I've noticed that that has exploded in the maker community. In fact, even in my own town here, people are literally printing these off. Now, who knows? They could have gotten it from you, Eric. Good on you. Or they could have gotten it from who knows where. But they're, I think it's at a hospital that's around here. They are printing over 1,000 of them. This was something that I thought was absolutely hysterical. It shows what people make when they're told to stay at home. This guy literally, let's see if I can pull this up because it's absolutely hysterical. It made me laugh. This guy has literally made a set of bagpipes out of a trash bag and recorders. And I'm sorry, but I just thought that was the funniest thing. It was just hysterical. I thought it was great. So he even shows like how bagpipes work, and I mean, did an entire Instructable on it. I think it's just fantastic. I also saw this, just thought it was funny to post on the site. Do you guys, anybody remember these? Does anyone remember these? The good old zip drives. I remember that was such a thing back in the day. This was kind of at the same time as CDs. And then CDs took off and it just killed this platform. But it was called iOmega, was the people that made this. And those of you that don't know, those of you youngins out there, of course, I mean, you know, a lot of you older guys are going to be like, well, you're young too. Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, at least this was in my era. Basically what it was is it was this bigger like floppy disk that held 100 megabytes. That was like huge, like, because remember back in the day, 3.5-inch floppies only held like what, 1.44 megabytes, only 1 megabyte roughly, 1.5 megabytes roughly. So this held 100. Holy crud, nobody would ever use this much. Yeah, I remember people saying that, and I remember that was the advertisements at the store. They'd be like, no one will ever use this much data. This is just huge. I remember that. It was so hilarious. It was just fantastic. Especially nowadays, you know, you think about it and shoot, you know, 100 megabytes is literally rounding error, you know, shoot, people are looking for 100 terabytes now, you know, it's just insane. But someone took an old iOmega zip disk drive and they made a Raspberry Pi case out of it. And I thought that was just fantastic. A great throwback, considering the fact that even a Raspberry Pi, if you stick a 2 gigabyte, you know, SD card, which are dirt cheap nowadays, heck, even the 1 megabyte ones or 1 gigabyte ones are dirt cheap. It's like over what, 10,000 times the size that this was back in the day. I just thought it was fun. So anyway, and then we're back to our normal, our last Maker Monday. So in any case, guys, that was the thing that I wanted to show you guys. I also wanted to take a little bit of time and show you guys. I opened a recent poll the other day, had an idea for a new video series that I was thinking could be interesting, and I got kind of mixed. It was actually kind of a close race between the time when I posted this, was a couple days ago. I'll probably let this run for another week, so those of you that maybe didn't get notified, because I know the notification bell it's all weird. I don't know how notifications even work anymore, but if you see this video, you at least know it's out there. You can go to the community tab, go to the channel, and then go to the community tab, and then you'll see this and you can vote. But what I was thinking was to do movie reviews are kind of a cool thing, and I figured we'd do it our own way. I just a thought. Sounded like fun. I'm a big movie buff. I love watching movies. If you watch this channel, you'll see that I quote things a lot and stuff like that. So I'm a big movie buff. So anyway, I thought, wouldn't it be fun to take some of the sci-fi movies, or basically, the engineering type movies, and basically have me go through it, and we would call it, engineers ruin movies, because I've been accused of that by my wife. I've had other friends of mine that are engineers that their wives say that too. Of course, the thing that's funny about mine is that my wife she's an engineer as well. So we both kind of double duty this one and basically just ruin it for everyone. But engineers are notorious for pointing out the problems that the moviegoers, come up with, like certain things that they'll show that it's like, yeah, that's not physically possible, or that's not how it works. But I thought it would be fun time, and it could be educational as well, to talk about, like how industries really truly do things and stuff like that, instead of, and like the moviegoers, they do a lot of, or not moviegoers, but the movie makers do a lot of, you can tell the ones that do the research, and you can tell the ones that don't. They just guess. They just see the surface, and then they just guess. And so I think it'd be kind of fun. It'd be interesting. It could be funny, could be comical, and I'm always good for a good joke. So, but anyway, I didn't know. A lot of you guys, there was only 52% that said out of the 21 votes that they would watch it. Only 48% said that they would not watch it. And so, I don't know. I'm feeling kind of mixed. It's not a drastic difference. Like you guys were like, no, or you guys were like, yes, we want it. So it wasn't like, thrilling either way. So I'm kind of still on the fence about it. Looking at these poll numbers, I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not I should invest the time. So if you see this, definitely head over there and cast your vote, because I'd like to kind of know, because it kind of feels like something different, something different that could be a lot of fun. Of course, we're all stuck at home. We need something to watch. We need something to entertain us. So I figured, why not? At least here in the United States, we're all stuck at home. But I figured, why not? It could be something fun to do, and we're kind of having, I watch a lot of movies now, and a lot more than I have been. So could be fun. Could be a fun series. So definitely cast your vote. Like I said, there's only 21 votes on here, and there's 16,000 of you. So I know that we can do better. I know that I can get a lot more of you guys talking about it. So please go down there and check that out, and throw me some engagement. And with that brings us to the tool of the day. And today's tool of the day is a syringe kit. Now, you may wonder, why am I including a syringe kit in electronics? Well, they are actually very helpful, and I even have the one that's pictured here. I have it right here. Comes with all different kinds of tips, all different size tips and stuff. You never know when you'll need a syringe, when you might need a syringe to disperse liquids. Maybe you're wanting to, here, I'll show you how one of these works. So they just twist on like that, and then you've got, a syringe. Maybe you need to do flux. Maybe you need to buy flux in a liquid bottle, and so you need to just dabble it on things. Who knows? Or one that I know that I use a lot for is solder paste. Now, most of the time, solder paste comes in its own syringe, but at least you have a different sized tips for it, so that way you can squirt the solder paste out. So there's that. Also, alcohol, you can suck alcohol up into this. Another one that is actually extremely helpful, which, let me go down in the description if you want to see a video on this, is pressure sensors. Yes, there are silicone-based pressure sensors, some that will do negative pressure, some that will do positive pressure. One of the greatest ways to test them is a syringe, because you can hook a little tube onto the end of this, hook it onto the sensor, and you've got negative pressure. And then if you push it in, you got positive pressure. And so you can test those silicone pressure chips. So I remember back when I did stuff for aviation, when I designed stuff like that, you had the pitot and static port, which was basically your pressure ports for measuring altitude and stuff, you know, because there's pressure differences as you get up higher in altitude and things like that. So you needed pressure sensors to be able to calculate what your altitude is. And so to test those sensors, we would use syringes. So a great kit that is not a whole lot of money. As you can see, it's only about $10 US. On Amazon, and I'll have a link down in the description. Yes, it will be an affiliate link, so you can click that, and just by going to it helps out the channel. So if this isn't something for you, but you do want to help out the channel, just by clicking on the link and buying stuff that you normally buy, going through that link helps out the channel a little bit. So definitely check that link out. That's our tool of the day, and that's pretty much all I have for you guys. So make sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. Make sure that you post what you guys are doing, because I'm curious to see what you guys are building. I really enjoy seeing you guys take the ideas and things that I throw out here and make something out of it. So definitely make sure you post your stuff on Reddit, as well as even if you find something interesting, cross-post it, you know, throw it over on the channel. We'll talk about it. It'll be awesome. So anything that you find interesting, anything at all, throw it over there, and we'll talk about it on the next Maker Monday. So guys, make sure, oh, and t-shirts, there's the t-shirts. I'll put a card somewhere on the page, but check out the t-shirts and the other merch, and yeah, we'll talk to you guys next Monday. Have a great week. New videos coming out this week, and we'll see you next time.